Death is often the most difficult part of life, particularly when it comes before life has been fully lived. That type of death is the most painful. It is what my people in Igbo refer to as Owomberede. Unfortunately, in my family, we have experienced it too many times. The earliest was in 1987, when my father's younger brother, freshly graduated from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, first class, on his way from Aba to Owerri at a place called Emekuku, died in a car crash. At his funeral, Nnamdi Olibara waxed an album. And in one of his songs, he said, referring to my uncle, Onyeko Zuru, he said, "Owe gucha akwụkwọ pụta, ọnwụ mberede wee bịa, Onyeko Zuru wee nwụọ. Hell, ụwa siri ike." And then he went on to say something I would like to say to the family this afternoon. Nnamdi Olibara said to us what I would like to say to you first today. He said, "Ana m asị unu ndo nwanne m. Ana m asị unu ndo nwanne m. Ana m asị unu ndo nwanne m. Ana m asị unu ndo nwanne m." Ọnwụ mberede, and indeed, it is because of the cruelty, the finality, the brutality of death that the philosophers amongst my people come up with names like Onyeko Zuru. For whom is life ever enough? Owa bunkonye. Do you really think you own this? Egwatuon. Death fears no one. Whether you are rich or poor, northerner or southerner, Christian or Muslim, the day the call is sounded, your soul must answer. There is no wealth you have that can rescue you from death. No political connection you have can rescue you from death. But death is not an absolute. To that bitter poison that is death, there is an antidote. And that antidote is faith. The belief that there is life after death. The belief that we are not just bodies of clay, clinging on to an endlessly revolving planet hurtling through the vast emptiness of space. The belief that there is eternity. And that those who live their lives with eternity in view, those who use their lives to create things of eternal value, have nothing to fear from death. That is why Ndi will give birth to a child and call him Ahamefula. May you live forever. It is not just a prayer. It is an injunction, a reminder to live your life in such a way that you live forever in the hearts of those you leave behind. I did not know Innocent Chukwuma. I met him once at the airport, and we had a 30-minute conversation. And in that brief encounter, I knew that I had met a human spirit with a sense of purpose. I did not know Innocent Chukwuma. I met him once at the airport in Lagos, and we had a 30-minute conversation. But I have come to know him very well in death. I have come to know him in the stories of a young student activist who, even at an early age, had already developed a heart for his community. I have come to know him in the recognition that, oh, he is the one behind this project. Oh, really? He is the brain behind that one. He facilitated the funding for that one. I have come to know him as a man who shared the same faith that I do. That there are no nations that descend from heaven ready-made. There are no natural nations. Every nation is artificial. Every nation is man-made. And if we want it, we have to work for it. We have to speak. We have to act. For buried in the foundations of every functional nation is the blood, is a selfless sacrifice of a generation of patriots. Innocent Chukwuma was a patriot. In the true sense of the word, not an occupier of political office, not a wielder of formal authority. He was a citizen whose faith in the manifest destiny of this nation moved him in his private capacity to act. His life will always testify against those who say, but I'm not a politician, what can I do? His life will be a living testament of the veracity of that ideology. That if you cannot fly, then run. If you cannot run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. But by all means available to you, move steadily in the direction of your dreams, in the direction of your purpose, in the direction of your destiny. Move steadily in the direction of freedom, of justice, of peace and progress. Move steadily in the direction of truth. For these are ideals worth striving for. To build a nation where children are not judged by who their parents are, by what language they speak, by where they come from, by what gods they worship, where children are given opportunities based on their need, on their talent, on the quality of the work of their own hands. To build a nation where we know that the tears of a mother who loses her child to bandits in Zamfara, that her tears are salty, that her pain is as bottomless as that of a mother who loses her children to unknown gunmen in a war. A nation where we know that to graduate and not find a job for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 7 years is frustrating, whether you are in Bayelsa or you are in Kano. To build a nation where nobody will see the tweet of a young girl bleeding out in an ambush train on the road to Kaduna, would see such a tweet, and their response would be, have you died yet? To build a nation bound, not in tribalism and nepotism, not in extremism and terrorism, not in corruption and incompetence, to build a nation bound in freedom, peace, and unity. This is a dream worth fighting for. This is a dream worth dying for. And in honor of a man who spent so many years of his life working for that dream, permit me to end this presentation by sharing a very short poem titled The Nigerian Dream. It is because the land is lush and yields its wealth to those who touch its heart with love and discipline. That is why our flag is green. Because we see the eagle rise above the dark and stormy skies, it serves to remind us all of the benefits of standing tall. Because the horse will show no fear the day that war is drawing near, it shows how for our dignity we too must fight courageously. Because the lines of tribe and tongue are not the lines of right and wrong. Our rivers both meet peacefully to give us faith in unity. These are the dreams we had at dawn, the hopes that saw our nation born, ideals that slumber deep within the colors of the green, white, green. The lofty heights that history saw, the future that it reached out for, the proof that they believed that we could someday be a great country. It is because we have this chance to make and mold our own circumstance, to stretch and touch that distant height. That is why our flag is white. May the gentle, gallant soul of innocent Chukwuma continue to rest in peace. But may his spirit of commitment to social justice, may that spirit remain here with us.